Hello, I'm Bartling, and I certainly hope that you're having yourself that sunnier, warmer day. And if it's not so warm, I hope that you're dressed for it. That makes you enjoy that sunnier, warmer day. I know that you know this. Excuse me. The older I am, the more that I think. And I think of a little exercise that I saw. It was, to me, kind of interesting. It was this. Pick out a celebrity or maybe a character in a movie or TV that best describes a relative, close friend, a spouse, or maybe even yourself. Now, they did explain that it's hard to use this on yourself. It's better maybe if you would ask a friend, a spouse. But in thinking of this, and not thinking of myself, and not wanting to get into trouble, so I'm not choosing LaDonna, I chose my uncle, Uncle Emmett. And the celebrity and character I was thinking of then was celebrity Tommy Lee Jones. The actor Tommy Lee Jones, his voice, and in particular his cadence. I think my Uncle Emmett, when he spoke, very much followed that cadence. And also then of the character in a TV or movie that I'm thinking of that would, to me, fit kind of Uncle Emmett's character would be this. The character of Woodrow Crow in Lonesome Dove. Yes, in Lonesome Dove. My uncle on my mother's side. You see, Uncle Emmett I would describe as Woodrow Cole, and actually my other uncle, Uncle Junior, would be Augustus. But definitely Uncle Emmett would be Woodrow Cole. This character is probably, I would say, stern. He's loyal. He's matter of fact. You see, Uncle Emmett, when he went to school, all the way from, and I've maybe even said this before, all the way from kindergarten, all the way to graduating in high school, he had perfect attendance. One main career that he had is he worked for the railroad. And he had perfect attendance. Being very proud of that and showing that character of loyalty. And again, if he was loyal to you, boy, you could count on him. In the movie Lonesome Dove, Woodrow Cole, that character, Tommy Lee Jones, the actor, there was a quote there, and I'm paraphrasing a little bit. He just beats up on this man. And the reason, then he says towards the end, I'll never put up with a man's rude behavior. Rude behavior. Now, some of his character, I think, comes from his upbringing. He went to school, as I said, from kindergarten to high school, and he did that on an Indian school at the Omaha Indian Reservation. Of course, in their culture, the young ones are more silent. It's only when they become kind of adults that they then speak more, and even then, they listen a whole lot more than they talk. And I think that was some of the way Uncle Emmett was. And growing up, it was, it was around him, it'd be like around two twin towers. You see, Uncle Emmett was very, very tall, kind of like Woodrow Cole, Tommy Lee Jones. And his dad, my grandfather, was also very tall. And so if I was in between them, man, it was two twin towers. And as he grew older, then somewhat their philosophies, as it does sometimes with the young person and older, conflicted. And there would be sometimes some exchange there of those two big old twin towers on different philosophies of training horses. Yeah, in training horses. See, he would go around and he would then go in competition of horse pulling contests. Along with that, from where we are situated here in the Black Hills, and he loved the Black Hills, there was a rodeo consistently, the days of 76 up at Deadwood. Maybe you've heard of it. Well, there was historically then years and years ago during the gold rush, there was then supplies and you name it coming across from Pierre, from the river, from Fort Pierre to Deadwood. And in fact, you can go along the highway and you can still see those wagon ruts there along the highway there going from Pierre to Deadwood. Well, he took a team of his horses with a wagon, a covered wagon, and with another group, then he went all the way from Fort Pierre to dates of 76. And he became very loyal with that group and stayed in contact with them. Some other little attributes that kind of describes the character Woodrow Crow, Tommy Lee Jones, and then my Uncle Emmett. I'll share with you a little bit. The two important days in your life is the day that you was born, makes sense, and the day you find out why. You find out why. Never argue with stupid people. They will drag you down to their level, and then they're going to beat you with experience. If you tell the truth, you don't have to remember anything else. So let us live so that when we come to die, even the Undertaker will be sorry. Every moon has a dark side, which he never shows to anybody. So everyone is a moon with a dark side, which we never show anybody. Keep away from people who try to belittle your ideas and your ambitions. Small people always seem to do that. But the really great people, they make you feel that you can do that. You can accomplish that. You can become great. A person with a new idea is kind of a crank at times in the process until it succeeds. Now, when your friends begin to flatter you on how young you look, oh, you look so young, Dal, I'm sure it's a sign that I'm getting old. And the lack of money is the root of all evil. Just some kind of quotes from like Woodrow and Uncle Emmett that when you give it some pause, some pretty good advice for us to go by. So try this little exercise of a friend or a relative. You're brave enough, maybe even your spouse. Think of a TV show or a movie or maybe a book that you've read. Hey, that's something, reading a book. But of that particular character that is depicted in the show or movie or book, pick out some of those attributes and then use it to describe that relative, friend, or spouse. And share it with them. And again, if you're brave enough, ask them to do the same for you. Hey, 2024, that's the year of big dreams and big achievements. Know this, I'm rooting for you because we're in this together. And I'd be remiss if I didn't say, blessed are they who ease the pain of misfortune, for they shall be called insurance agents. You take care.